tankers, I'm just here for a good time. Hopefully you are here for a good time as well. Today we're going to be going over the Lorraine 50T, a new French collector heavy tank at tier 9. It is in PC and console. Console has a bit of a different in stats as well as PC, but Blitz is a fairly decent tank. Can be used quite well from most players when they learn how to deal with the vehicle. But today, if you don't know anything about this tank, you can learn a little bit about it. We're going to be going over its statistics, we're going to be going over its armor profile, and a bit of gameplay to show you what this tank can do. And of course, is it worth getting? No, it is not. I think it's better off getting it when it's a flat price, especially when you love a faster heavy tank that can get around the battlefield. It is quite penetrable from tier 8, tier 9, and tier 10 everywhere on the whole. But of course that turret is a monster. But when people start loading in that premium, that's how you deal with this bad boy. But anyways, let's go check out those statistics. Alright, here we are with the survivability at 2,184 hit points, depending on the loadout that you want. If you want to add more armor to it, go ahead. That's your choice. Me personally, I like to have the extra HP, just in case if my fire extinguisher button doesn't work, which is a big issue. The turret, 250 millimeters of armor is pretty nice, especially when facing those tier 8s, some of those tier 9s, but those tier 10s, you're going to have some tanks that are going to pen through that like butter. Even with those premium rounds, tier 10 is, and tier 9s, some tier 8s are just going to, do what they do. Your armor on the sides, well, you're a big HE's target. That's what you are in this tank. Same thing with your hull. You got 90 millimeters of frontal armor, but if someone gets your front and they have over 90 millimeters of HE pen, honestly, they might just farm the crap out of you. Its concealment, it's a heavy tank. It's quite large. You're gonna get spotted. I get spotted in this thing a lot, in the most weird places, just because of how big it is. Damage per minute, 2,574. Isn't bad. You're able to get those shots out. You're able to deal that damage. That penetration does feel nice with the 254, the 320, and the 60 with the high explosive. The average damage of 380, I am going to say I've never seen any shot be anywhere near 380. Most of the time, most of my battles, I'm either shooting under the 380 or I'm shooting above the 380. Premium rounds, I will say they do average more towards that 350. High explosive, I really haven't had any HE shells fully connect yet. The aim time, 3.7, boost it if you can, make it better. Dispersion, it's alright. The 10 degrees of gun depression makes this thing a monster on a ridgeline, especially when you know how to hide the weak spots and play it as a make them poke and punish them kind of tank. That's how I've been playing it. Its average speed and getting around, power to weight ratio, it gets around fantastically. You can chase down some of the heavier medium tanks. You can chase down the faster heavy tanks. It's nice, especially when you need to get a shot off very quickly on a light tank that's trying to run to make sure that it is a one-shot or something. It's nice to be able to have that speed to get around the battlefield. Alright, the armor profile of the Lorraine 50T versus the Lorraine 50T. Yep, that hole is quite exposed. Being able to pen that there, and the lower plate, just make sure you don't hit this upper part of that triangle, and you'll be fine. Basically, line up your shot with the axle and go down, or just hit that huge flippin' upper plate. Now, these spots right here are not going to be weak spots, but this right here is going to be a weak spot for you, so make sure you're shooting that and not these side little parts there. Sometimes you can pen that if you have the penetration, and if this vehicle does have its gun down, and it's not hold down, you can actually shoot these little spots right there as well. I have tested it, it does work. Also, when they're trying to like gun block up here, Boom. Very exposed. Take advantage of that as well. Now, when he is hull down with its 10 degrees of gun depression, that is a monster to shoot at. Load the premium, and you can get these cheeks. Getting that weak spot, good luck. Good luck getting the weak spots on top. You're better off loading heat or your whatever premium you have to go through that tank. Now, if he does play a little reckless and you don't have that shot, don't forget you can pen right there too. Now, this vehicle side scraping potential can happen depending on how your penetration is. If he's over angled, take advantage. Now, if you do have HE and you're a bigger caliber tank, I would definitely just splash everywhere you can and get this tank farmed up and sent back to the garage. Alrighty, we're going to be looking at the Lorraine 50T on Falls Creek. It's going to be a Tier 9 and Tier 8 matchmake. Oh, it's going to be fun punishing these players at Tier 8, but one thing you gotta realize is they can pen your hole quite easily if they have the pen, which most of the time, those heavy tanks with TDs are gonna have it. And hopefully that 49 doesn't get behind my rear, because that would be a huge HE bomb. Now, I do get spotted crossing that gap right there, which means there's probably a light tank, probably the T-49 that's on that ping that I did. Make sure you ping the map. Kind of let your allies know that there might be a tank there. Tell them in chat, hey, there's probably a guy there, or whatnot. If you have the time, of course. It's a mobile game. You kind of have to pause sometimes. Putting a nice round into the P44, starting off the game with 334 damage. Now, we're trying to get this email poke, but I wasn't really in the greatest position because this guy, that TD, was in the way, in the spot I want to be at. And even then, he's going to overmatch my stupid, unusable armor. We're going to max roll and track the P44. Hopefully my team can finish him off. Oh, he's broken back out. Anyone going to finish him? Never mind, we're going to look for the caravan coming up. Oh, he misses his shot. Gonna look. Probably not. Waste my shot on that. I'd rather put a round into a full HP tank. This guy can literally hide behind me. I don't know why he's staying there. Tried looking for a shot there. So yeah, this tank's really nice at just baiting. Not sure why he didn't hide behind me, but whatever. It's really nice to bait people. They don't expect the DPM this tank has. And now I'm gonna waste my time and use this dead tank as armor. German steel, am I right? 9 tried to punish me. Come on. Little things blocking my shot. But whatever. This Emil's smart enough to not try to poke with this as my armor. Don't forget, guys, you can use dead tanks as armor. And now we're gonna push it there so we have a walkout here. Oh boy, the mill went this way. I can load tungsten and adrenaline and HE. Nah, I went lower than what I wanted. But we're gonna clear them off anyways. And we're gonna just push up on the P44 and clear him, since I believe he did use his 3 shells. We're up to 2,977. But now we're capping the 3K mark, and we got mostly full HP, 704 here. It looks like the Barras is going that direction, so we're gonna poke around this side and put a round into him. 401. Not bad. 704 missed. We are going to put another round into him, making him a 1-shot. Hopefully it can't hit me there. Alright, I'm going to go around here. Because I know the Nebraska's there. I don't know why the Nebraska's trying to poke a 704. The low gets a shot on. I gotta make sure I get into a position where I can HE this guy. Because he has low enough hit points. And we're able to finish him off, securing a very nice solid victory of 3,987 damage. We blocked 865, destroyed 3 tanks, damaged 4 of them, securing ourselves a nice high caliber and the golden arches. The most important thing you want to get is to ace your tanks, right guys? We do make a nice profit of XP and credits earned, and definitely helped carry the team to victory there with the highest skills, damage, and experience on the team. But it's not that hard when you kind of just sit there and bait tier 8s into your big gun. But is it really that big of a gun? Doesn't feel like it. It only feels like it when you max it. Anyways, guys, hopefully you have an idea if you want to get it or you want to wait to get it. And hopefully you have a better idea of how to face this tank on the battlefield. Definitely don't shoot these little spots on the sides. Go for this. Load the premium. Hit around here. And of course take advantage of the big weak flipping upper hole and down here. Not here, but down here. And to those players that are going to get it now, well, it's going to be easier farming aces. That's all I'm going to say. Anyways, guys, take care, have a good time, and definitely make the free-to-play players cry if you have this one. Take care.